Hey guys, I'm back with another deck profile. This time I'm gonna do Elemental Heroes. It's very similar to the build that got top 4 at the YCS last weekend, piloted by Joe Girolando. He's probably my favorite player right now, and I always like to see his meta calls and what he's doing, and I loved his deck. Like, it was almost perfection. I've changed a few cards to fit my playstyle, and this is one of my options to play at YCS Chicago if I don't play Inzectors, which I really started not liking Inzectors at all. So let's go ahead and start. You've got Stratos and your Trip Alias. Obviously the engine of the deck. You play triple Gemini Spark and double Hero Blast to abuse the aliases. I'm also playing another monster, that way I have 4 targets for Gemini Spark, because I hate having 3 and 3 because it's really inconsistent. The Hero Blasts I'll talk about later, but they've been really good too, plus these Fuel the Miracle Fusions. This is just a really solid engine right now in this meta. I'm also teching one Bubble Man, which Joe Girolando wasn't doing, but he said Daniel Lamartino was doing this, who is another well-known player. And I agree with the tech of Bubble Man. It gives you another target for Stratos if you've run out of the alias, or for the E-calls in Rhoda. And the Blade Armor Ninja makes this guy really good. If you don't draw your skill drains or whatever, you can go into Blade Armor Ninja and try to OTK with Miracle Fusions and everything. I really like this card right now, because you can special after setting all your cards, which almost all your cards are settable unless you opened up with a non-monster hand, and then you're going to lose anyway, more than likely. But you can also top deck him, special him, and draw 2. He's just really good. Also really expensive now because of the Bubble Blade deck. Playing 2 Thunder King, not the greatest card in this meta right now. It does, if you go first and summon it, it does hurt most of the meta aside from Inzectors, and that's why it's in the deck. Or if you gain board presence and they're top decking, this is really good too. But if they have like a Logia, or if they've already looped you, it's really bad, so that's why we're only playing 2. But it is a light for the Shining, which is very helpful. And then you play 2 Beast King Barbaros, because we're playing the skill drains. The 1900 beats is really good. The basic premise of the deck is to just summon monsters and make sure that they stay on the field and beat them down. And if skill drain's on the field, he's 3000. He also goes well with a couple other cards in the deck. And if you reborn him or book him and flip him up, he's at 3000, which is almost impossible to get over right now. So, and then this is actually Crusader of Endymion, but I can't find one right now, so I replaced it with that for now. But the 4th Gemini Spark target, 1900, Crusader's a light for the Shining. It just goes really well with the deck, and it adds an extra monster, searchable with Rhoda. No, never mind. Take that back. It is not searchable with Rhoda. It's a spellcaster. Anyway, that's all the monsters. We're playing 10, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 10. Pretty low. The games where you don't draw monsters, it happens occasionally, unfortunately. The deck isn't, like, absolutely the most consistent thing of all time, but this build tries to keep the consistency up as high as possible. Trip Gemini Spark, because I have 4 targets for this card. This card is broken if you get it off. It's just amazing. Very chainable. Good against Inzectors, so that they don't get their effects. And then you've got Rhoda, obviously, and I play double Emergency Call instead of triple like the Bubble Blade decks do. Joe Girolando was playing 2, and I tested 3. Draw way too many dead, but 2 seems to be the perfect number so far, and you need to be able to hit your monsters since you're only playing 10. And then you've got your obvious triple duality. You have to play this card for consistency issues. Hit whatever card you need to go with your hand. And then this is going to be one of the issues some people have with the deck, Triple Miracle Fusion. It can be dead if you don't draw the monsters, but it allows you to recycle your monsters constantly with the Shining. You just have to know how to play the deck and make sure not to make your Gemini Sparks and Hero Blast dead, because you can do that with this deck. But this card is one of the best top decks in the game, and it's just incredibly sacky right now. It's so good. Then you've got some staples, Reborn obviously, Book of Moon, Dark Hole, and we play Heavy Storm in this deck. No MSTs, because we don't need them, because we have so much removal already, and there's no room, but Heavy Storm's in here because people will not expect heroes to play this card, which Yugioh was doing that, and I liked it a lot, and I've been playing on the dual network. A lot of people, I'll summon Alias, set 1, because I have Heavy in hand, and then I'll warning their monster, and then they'll set 3, because they're like, oh, you're playing heroes, and then you sack the crap out of them with Heavy Storm. And this is a card that Yugioh wasn't playing. I'm playing 41, so was he. I took out one card, added this in. I found the deck needed more removal, especially when you're playing against Rabbit, so I took out one of the Dark Bribes and added in a Smashing Ground, and this has helped me a lot. Also gets rid in the mirror match, it gets rid of Thunder King when you need to play all your searchable cards. That's it for the spells. Onto the traps, we've got the Solemn Brigade, you have to play it, good stuff. And then you've got your double Torrential, just really good in this format right now. And then only 2 skill drain, I don't really like 3, it's too many dead draws again. Gotta hammer home that consistency thing that Yugioh was talking about in his video, which if you plan on playing heroes, I suggest you watch it. But 2 skill drain has been really good. Then we were also playing these 2 cards to protect it, Dark Bribe and Starlight Road. He was playing 2 Dark Bribe. It wasn't helping me a whole lot. I would draw it without skill drain, or I would top deck it, and it was just really bad, so I dropped it to 1. And Starlight Road, it can be bad at times too, it can be dead, but if you get it off, you more than likely win, and you need to be able to protect the insane amount of back row in this deck. Play 2 Hero Blast. This card is absolutely busted right now against every deck in the meta. Mirror Match, blow your Alias up, pull back my Alias. Inzectors, blow up every card that they can summon, pull back Alias against Rabbit. If they go Rabbit, blow up one of the cards so they can't XYZ, pull your Alias back. It's chainable. If they MST it and they don't have a monster to kill, you can still chain it and get your Alias back because you need monsters. And the adding Alias back to hand is very, very important right now with the 10 monster lineup. Against windups, you can hit pretty much any card that they summon. This is just insane. The only reason you don't play 3 is consistency issues, because there will be times when you draw too many of these and you don't have the aliases. And then another couple of cards that people won't agree with, but you have to have removal in this deck. We're playing 2D Prison and Mirror Force. These are really good against like Rabbit, Rogue decks, Mirror Match, and just making sure that your monsters stay on the field when you don't have those Sparks and the Hero Blast to get them back and recycle them. These cards are dead against Inzectors, but you have enough cards in the deck to stop Inzectors from going off that these don't matter. And if you're playing against the Sword version, sometimes they don't blow cards up and they just want to attack, and you de-prison and they don't get their monsters back because they're banished. It's not the greatest thing in the world, and you'll probably side them out against Inzectors, but against everything else, it has been really solid. So that's the main deck. It's 41 cards. I'm not going to show a side deck because I'm still trying to decide on what I want to play. But the extra deck, I'm missing one card that you'll see it. You play triple Shining, obviously. You have to play triple Shining because of the 3 Miracle Fusions, but these recycle your monsters. Playing double Zero because we have Bubble Blade in the main deck, or not Bubble Blade, Bubble Man in the main deck, which allows you instant access to this game 1, and we side 3 Snowman Eaters, so having 2 Absolute Zero is a must, because it's really good right now too. Play 2 Nova Master, I only have 1 right now, because you side Super Poly, and against Rabbit, you can go into this by hitting Logia or Dolka, and it's just really good. Gaia for Super Poly, I don't think, and we do play Barbaros, so you can go into it with Barbaros too. And then 1 Great Tornado for Super Poly, and for Stratos or anything else, it's also really good. And then, unlike Yugioh, I'm siding Cyber Dragons because I like to have more monsters to side into when I take out Skill Drain against those rogue decks, and I can take out Barbaros for the Cyber Dragons. Plus, Chimeratech and Cyber Dragon are really good against windups, so I'm playing 1 Chimeratech. And then for the XYZ monsters, 1 Blade Armor Ninja. I've considered putting 2 in because of Bubble Man, but for now I'm playing 1. Those games where you open up magic and traps with Alias and Bubble Man, and you can set all your cards and go Alias, Bubble Man, XYZ, and then Miracle Fusion and OTK them, it's just incredibly stupid, and that's why the Bubble Blade deck is so good. 1 Utopia and Utopia Ray. And then we have 2 rank 3s because I'm siding Mind Control and I'm playing triple Snowman in the side deck, which means you can go into these if you draw them. I just need to make sure that I have targets, I guess, to go into. That's the deck. It's been playing pretty well for me. I will be at YCS Chicago. I can't wait for it. I'm leaning towards this deck over Inzectors right now. I just have to make sure that I keep it consistent. And people are aware of heroes now, so you have to make sure to side deck accordingly, which I'm going to. I think that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and comment if you have any suggestions, and click that like button. Thanks.